Okay, so the Lord said, the world is doing great, greater than ever before, in a dream, right? That was in December 2008. Spring 2009, I saw a vision of Manhattan and the skyline over Manhattan, and in the middle was a Statue of Liberty, where the Empire State Building really is. Statue of Liberty was there. Liberty is a very good symbol in visions. It means deliverance, freedom, liberty. So then, above it, I saw outer space. Manhattan was like in outer space. I saw the stars in space, and it looked like outer space. So then, in space, over the New York skyline, I saw the word convention in capital letters in Arial Narrow. I like Arial Narrow. It's very simple, clear, and by compressing the letters, you can write a lot in a small space. So I like Arial Narrow, and all my books use that font, Arial Narrow. So I saw it in Arial Narrow. I saw the word convention in capital letters, CONVENTION. Then I saw flashes of light from God coming from the left side. And as the flashes, each flash of God's light hit the word convention, the word C slowly began to crumble. Then the letter O slowly began to crumble. Then the letter N slowly began to crumble, up to the letter V, as if there was a gradual progression of the collapse of the word convention. I woke up and it took me a little while to understand this vision. I thought about it for a while. Little by little, I'm beginning to understand it. This was in 2009, approximately 2 years ago in the spring. And I have come to understand after a few days, a few hours or a few days, I thought about this for a while. Conventions in our lives, conventional models, what we plan to do for our lives. At a certain age, we'll do a certain thing. At another age, we'll do another thing. By this time in our life, we'll do this. By this time in our life, we'll do that. That's a model for living. Good models, great models, but some of them are collapsing. Some of them God is redesigning. God is redefining and recreating models for life. So if someone becomes eccentric, someone changes their career path, changes the course of their future, it would seem to fit in with my vision. So let me read it again. Convention is collapsing. Our established models for ministry, society, life are being redesigned. For example, the linear path that I had in mind for my ministry has been updated and now has a non-linear dynamic. If not for the revelations of God, I would never have dreamed that I'd have an unconventional career that includes science fiction and comedy. I could enjoy science fiction, but I was never really a fan of science fiction. I didn't follow science fiction movies. And all my life from high school, I always read nonfiction, not fiction, certainly not science fiction. I always liked to read real story. Real knowledge, how-to books, and learn about philosophy, psychology, and then being a Christian, learning things of the Holy Ghost and how to operate in the gifts of the Spirit and how to understand the Bible. So I was not a fan of fiction, and I certainly was not a fan of science fiction. I did not disdain it, I just never followed it. Lo and behold, after my unpredicted decade-long back to college and middle age experience, I'm doing comedy and I'm doing a science fiction project. And it's great fun. I never would have thought that I'd be here. But circumstances were created that resulted in me being in this condition, in this place. And it's all good. It's glorious. God affirms it, and I feel so blessed.